He didn't notice it at first. The restaurant was noisy, filled with clinking glasses, chatter, and the smell of frying onions and fresh bread. Daniel, a single dad in his early 30s, was focused on keeping his 6-year-old daughter, Lily, entertained. She was coloring in the kids' menu with the stubby red crayon the waitress had given her. For a moment, Daniel allowed himself to relax, something he hadn't done in months. Being a father, a provider, and a man carrying grief all at once left little space for peace. But tonight, at least, Lily was smiling. When the waitress brought the bill, Daniel barely looked at her. She seemed nervous, though he thought nothing of it. He reached into his wallet, set down the money, and told Lily it was time to go. That's when he noticed the small handwriting scrawled in the corner of the receipt. "Please be careful, something's not right." Daniel frowned, confused. He thought maybe it was some silly joke or mistake, so he crumpled it up, slipped it into his pocket, and ushered Lily toward the door. He ignored it. Outside, the air was cold, and Lily grabbed his hand tightly. Daniel carried her to the car, buckled her in, and started the engine. The drive home was quiet, but his mind kept returning to those words. He shook his head and told himself he was being dramatic. Life was already heavy with bills, exhaustion, and the emptiness his late wife had left behind. He didn't need to add mysterious warnings from strangers into the mix. But later that night, while putting Lily to bed, he noticed something unusual. A black SUV was parked across the street, its headlights off but engine faintly humming. It had been there when they drove up, and it was still there now. He tried to ignore it, kissed his daughter goodnight, and shut her bedroom door. Yet, the waitress's words echoed louder. The next day, on his way to drop Lily at school, he stopped by the same diner. The waitress, her name tag read Emily, nearly jumped when she saw him. He asked her what that note meant. She hesitated, then leaned in and whispered, "You didn't see him? That man sitting near the bar last night. He kept staring at your daughter. He paid his bill but didn't leave right away. I got this strange feeling, so I wrote the warning. I'm sorry if it scared you." Daniel's stomach dropped. He remembered the SUV. He didn't want to panic, but now everything connected. Fear burned through him, fear not for himself, but for Lily. That night, Daniel stayed alert. Sure enough, the SUV returned, parking further down the street this time. He called the police, reporting what he saw. Officers came, took notes, and promised to investigate. Days passed, and Daniel felt torn between paranoia and reality. He hated feeling weak, hated living in fear. But Lily's safety mattered more than his pride. A week later, an officer called. They had traced the SUV to a man with a criminal record, someone known for targeting single parents. The police said his presence near Daniel's home was not a coincidence. Thanks to Daniel's report, they were able to keep watch and eventually arrest the man before anything happened. When Daniel heard the news, relief poured out of him in waves. He thought about Emily, the waitress who had been brave enough to notice and caring enough to warn him. A stranger who owed him nothing may have saved his daughter's life. The next time he went to the diner, Lily holding his hand tightly, Daniel searched for Emily. She was busy clearing a table but looked up when she saw him. Her face showed a hint of worry, as if she wasn't sure if he was angry or thankful. Daniel simply said, "You were right. And because of you, my daughter is safe." Emily smiled softly, tears in her eyes. For her, it was just an instinct. For Daniel, it was everything. That night, as Daniel tucked Lily into bed, she whispered, "Daddy, are we safe now?" He kissed her forehead and answered, "Yes, sweetheart. Because there are still good people in this world who care about others, even when they don't have to." And in his heart, Daniel carried a message he would never forget. Sometimes, the smallest warnings, the quietest voices, and the kindness of strangers can change everything. Would you like me to also make a shortened 10-line thumbnail text version of this story for your YouTube video?